surely.
What I love about that bit of commentary is it's so genuine. It's such a genuine response to it. So, you know, just shouting, look at that. I mean, some might say it's a bit silly because if you're watching it, what else would you be seeing? In a way. But no, but I do think
it's a bit unfair.
Oh, I was over there, John. But nonetheless,
yeah, people going, what?
Yeah. But what I mean is, there's a lot of sort of obvious sort of satire about football commentators and saying and Coleman balls and all that stuff. But actually, I think every so often when the football's really great, football commentary gets lifted to almost being an art form when it's really good and really inspired. And it doesn't happen very often, I have to say. But there are a couple of moments that immediately spring to mind that I can think of.
But now, Billy waiting in his feet, and he's going to get a ball. Oh, what genius!
Gascoigne going to have a crack. He is, you know. Oh! Schoolboy's own stuff. Is there anything left from this man to surprise us? That was one of the finest free kicks that this stadium has ever seen.
Good thing you didn't show that last week when David Seaman was on the programme.
No, that's true.
But it almost seems that commentators are encouraged not to be too passionate. You're supposed to be calm and objective about the whole thing. And it's great when you feel that they're really getting involved with the game.
I don't think you can be. I mean, if you speak to the commentators in the other sports, like you speak to Harry Carpenter, who's commentated on some of Lennox's fights and things like that, it's impossible to remain dispassionate from it because,
I must say, look, Harry Carpenter did one of the great pieces of commentary, my favourite pieces. It was during the Minter-Hagler fight, I don't know if you remember that. And at the end of it, Hagler gave him a really good hiding, and there was a bit of a riot in the crowd. And Carpenter said, "Oh, this is a disgrace. I've never seen scenes like this in a British... Oh, and I've been hit on the head by a bottle." That was such... You shouldn't disrespect to Harry, but I laughed.
You should have...
Oh, shit, what's that? Oh, God!
Oh, my God!
What?
It was years ago.
He's innocent! Hey, what are you doing? He's in it, you can't take him away! What are you doing?
Oh, no!
I'm sorry,
We'll have to start a campaign and everything now.
Oh, no, we'll have to go and dig up lords or something tomorrow afternoon. What a...
Oh, well, never mind.
Oh, do you want a cup of tea?
No, hold on. We haven't got any milk or anything.
No, it's all right. There was about 7 pints outside old Mrs. Hilton's flat.
Oh, right.
There's half a dozen Daily Mirrors in here as well, if you want to read. Do you want a cuppa? Can I tempt you, Frank?
All right.
John?
Yeah, that'd be very nice, thank you.
I'll consider it an honour.
Actually, we're getting hundreds of letters each week asking us to play various different clips. And there is one particular bit of football which is absolutely at the top of the request lists. People out there are desperate to see it. Can you guess what it is? John, you got any ideas?
It doesn't have to do with West Ham, is it? Lennox, a famous West Ham Cup final goal or something like that?
Yeah, let's show it.
No? Well, well...
We can't find it, mate.
Well, let's see. Here it is. Here it is, the bit of...
You're dead after that,
very
by the way.
I appreciate it, thank you.
The bit of football action that most people in Britain want to see again.
So I would guess I'm...
No, that's not it.
Not it.
That's not it.
That's not it.
Not fair.
Sorry, once
No,
again.
come on, really.
And the real one this time, the bit of football action that most people in Britain want to see again.
Good running by Jeff Thomas on this side. Brilliant running. Can he finish?
That is it. We get more letters for that than for anything else.
Oh, hold it. Oh, right, it's Stato. This is the one phone call he's allowed to make, you know, when you get arrested.
What does he say?
He's saying apparently Letitia was on the bench in that game.
Oh, right. Fair enough.
Anyway, let's look at Lennox's team, because you've actually dropped, I think, into the bottom 3, is it, this week?
I don't think we've ever got out of the bottom 3.
Is that...
Haven't you?
We got to 5th.
Yeah, don't put yourself down. You got to 5th from the bottom.
We should make it clear that, Frank, you actually picked the team at the auction.
Well, I'm better at picking his opponents than I'm picking players.
What do you think the problem is for your team?
Our strikers are not scoring enough goals, but we've just done a couple of changes in the strike force.
Tell us about those.
We've just bought Nathan Blake, who's gone to Sheffield United.
Right.
And
we like Sheffield United on this programme.
we got rid of a few of the rough players. With Vinnie Jones out to pasture.
Yeah.
And Fashion letting us down. He's just not scoring enough goals.
One of the problems with Fashion is that he's a TV presenter as well, and that can, I think...
Well, we put him down to the subs bench this week.
Oh, right, you did, yeah. Because he presents Gladiators as well, and I don't know if you know, there's a new round in Gladiators, apparently, where you have to jump up and elbow a diabetic,
So you sold Vinnie Jones. So you suddenly lost faith in the muscle. Did you phone him up from holiday and say, sell Vinnie Jones, Lennox?
No, he actually phoned me up and said that's what he's going to do. So I said, go ahead.
Right,
You were having an easy time on holiday. You were laid back.
I was really relaxed.
Because a lot of people slag off Vinnie Jones, calling him a thug and that. But I mean, I think, you know, sometimes he can be quite inventive, really. We've got an incident here. Who else would have thought of that?
The very rarely seen sitting headbutt with triple axel. You don't see that very often.
Usually when you're sitting down like that at football, you think, well, that's it, I won't actually foul anybody until I get up. And he thought, no, I'll probably get a quick one in here, right in the swing bag without having to get up. Fantastic idea. How's the tea? Is it all right?
Lovely, thanks, yeah.
That's good.
So the England squad comes out next week, the new England squad. And what we've done is we thought to help Terry Venables have some ideas, we've put together the best Fantasy League 11 of English fit players. And here they are. This is the defence. I mean, Seaman's fairly obviously in goal, but Lasso I don't think has been capped before.
These are the top scoring 5 defenders in Fantasy League. So if there wasn't an England manager, if there was just a computer picking the team, this would be the England defence at the moment.
And midfield would be... that is a brilliant midfield, I think.
Do you?
Well, yeah, I think Letitia, who I do adore, right? But 54 points he's got, which makes him the highest midfield player by, well, I can't work it out, by a lot.
by quite a lot.
Yeah.
And up front, have a guess who we got up front. Cole and Shearer, what a surprise.
But generally, I mean, I think that's a fine team. What do you think?
There's a bit of tackling for Paul Ince to do there, isn't there? The other 3 midfield players are, should we say, flair players.
Yeah, but I always think that's a load of bollocks, really, because
That's something you don't hear very often on football chat shows, isn't it?
Because I think that if you've got real flair players, then you just don't lose the ball. I mean, Brazil 1970 didn't think, oh, we must have a donkey in midfield, you know, in case Pele loses it. I just don't think you need that many of those hard tackling players.
John, one thing that I felt we had to mention, really, eventually, is that you are regarded by many as like one of the experts on English football, and currently are not doing too great. In fact, Basil Brush is about 8 places ahead of you in the league. Is that a bit of a problem, professionally speaking?
Well, no, not entirely, because obviously I believe in entertaining football. You know, I like my players to go forward and score goals, and I picked a team at the auction that I wanted to score. I even picked attacking defenders, you know. I mean, at one time, my fullbacks were Gunnar Haller and Mark Bowen. Well, you know, I'm not going to get necessarily too many clean sheets that way, but I thought they would score me a few goals at the other end. What I've learned from picking the team is, of course, you've got to be a bit cuter than that, Frank, haven't you? You need defenders who are going to keep clean sheets, and I haven't got many of those. My midfield and forwards are doing fine. I mean, actually, Smith only played for 1 week. I'm going to put Holdsworth back in this week because Wimbledon are playing this week. They weren't when I picked that team. And I've had plenty of assists from Ripley and plenty of goals from Sutton.
Yeah, Sutton's our highest scoring player since our season began.
I've changed the goalkeeper about 3 times.
Right.
Without success.
Yeah, you had Kari.
I've had Torsvet, Seggers, and now I'm going to put Karine in.
Are you doing any changes for this weekend?
I'm not like Frank. He rings up every day and changes the team. You know, your office, they can't believe it. He sees a player transferred. He says, "Oh, Nathan Blake's gone to Sheffield. I better ring up now and buy him."
I actually done it before he got transferred.
That's even worse. He wasn't a Premier League player till then.
But you did this for Ronnie Rosenthal. You found up the day before he went to Tottenham and bought Ronnie Rosenthal.
It's on information.
It was slightly suspicious, that, isn't it?
I'm not sure that's within the rules, Frank, to be honest.
I'm just preparing myself. Listen, you don't work for someone like Lennox. I've got to be in a job next season.
You've never seen Des Lynam when he loses his temper.
And now, it's time for Phoenix from the Flames. This week we went to Upper Norwood in South London to recreate one of football's great mysteries.
At this actual spot in South London in 1966, David Corbett was out walking with his dog Pickles when he found the recently stolen World Cup.
So can you tell us what happened?
Well, first of all, perhaps I should specify, this was the Jules Rimet trophy, not the current World Cup. I mean, this new one, you wouldn't pick it up. The weight distribution's all wrong. It'd tear that purpley black beggy bit that us dogs have got in the corner of our mouths.
Thanks. Anyway, carry on.
Well, the trophy was being shown in a Westminster stamp exhibition.
The trophy was stolen from this display case, part of a stamp exhibition. That's right, a stamp exhibition. And it's not a stamp. Sheila, have we checked this? OK, well, let's do the stamp exhibition. So I'm hoping to see a first-day cover of the Penny Magenta, and... Are we absolutely sure it was at a stamp exhibition? I'm not calling you a liar, it's just not actually a... Oh, never mind.
At last I've got it. The most valuable stamp in the world.
Who are you?
Jules Rimet.
Don't look anything like you look on the stamps.
It is not a stamp. It is a football trophy.
Well, it's a strange old story. I can't believe everybody thought it was a stamp.
Well, I thought it was a stamp. I even tried licking it.
I suppose you think your arse was a stamp as well.
I found it in that bush.
All right, well, hang on, there's lots of other stuff in here. What's this? Who kicked this in here?
Jeff Thomas.
D. Howe? A Wimbledon fan? Just time, I think, to show you who got through to the quarter-finals of our Fantasy Cup. That's just me and Andrew Ridgely. So we've done very badly in this league. You were out of it very early on.
Very early, yeah. Like most of the Premier League clubs, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're almost at the end.
How did you two do in the cup?
We kept good.
Oh, this always happens, doesn't it, at games? Say, about 2 or 3 minutes from the end, people in car coats start leaving. And they're all going to say, we'll go now and miss the traffic.
Yeah, but you know...
You wouldn't get it a big fight, would you? You wouldn't say, oh, well, 9th round, I'm off. Ridiculous. Anyway, next week our guests will be Roddy Doyle and Karen Brady.
Yep, thank you very much, John. Thank you, Lennox. Thank you, Frank.
Yeah, cheers a lot for coming. Thank you for watching, and good night.
Night.
If you want to write to us, or if you want more information about